Intro now. Good morning vlog. Welcome to today which is my birthday. TH. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to me. So we are spending the day at San Juan Island, so we are waiting for the ferry. We both have our fingers crossed that we could see some orcas today. I checked orca reports last night. We haven't seen orcas, or they haven't been reported in the Puget Sound for about 4 days, but on the 14th, about 5 days ago, they were spotted in Whidbey Island, but I didn't see any reports saying that they left left the Strait of Juan de Fuca and headed up to Alaska. So I'm really hoping that they're around. The San Juan Islands are kind of like a magnet for orcas. There's a lot of kelp beds and salmon for them to eat there. It's really common for you to see them in the San Juans as well as Whidbey Island. Those are very popular spots for them to hang out. So fingers crossed that we can see some. We're not doing any whale tours or boats or things like that because it's really not the season. It's November. A lot of the companies that do that don't offer those services now. One, because it's much more unlikely to sail out and not see orcas, but also with weather conditions, sea conditions, it can be a little more dangerous as well. So we're just going to be trying to see them from the shore, hopefully. Once we get to the islands, which will be in about an hour or two, we'll check the whale reports to see if there are any sightings. But I'm hoping. Oh my God, do you hear that? Perfect. Because truly, we are in whale country! Our ferry's in like an hour, but I'm gonna check the reports. I really hope they're here today. They took like a little 5-day mini vacation up north and they came back to wish me a happy birthday. Mm-hmm. As you do. How did it sound? How did what sound? Had their happy birthday, did it sound like killer whale cries or Free Willy cries? That sounds like a very sad birthday. The Orca Network just wants us to go to Baja, New Mexico to look at gray whales. That's all they're talking about. I know. I don't care about those whales. It's called the Orca Network, not Gray Whale Network. Rude. She's a pretty lady. Show me the whales. Okay. Nothing yet. I'll check once we get on the boat. Ferry snacks. I'm so happy! Because I brought some Nerds rope. Brittany requested that we do a puzzle. It's often that on the ferries that they'll have puzzles, and you can do them, so we got it. Do you know what this is of?
We have no reference photo.
I think it looks like an old-timey city.
Yes.
Maybe like New Orleans or something. St. Louis, because I saw... It was so miserably raining when we were driving up here, but as what you can see from outside, it's looking beautiful. Thank goodness the weather report did not lie to us. Harbor. We just got off the ferry. The ferry dock's right behind us because the breakfast place that Brittany picked out is right across from the ferry station. I love all those stickers. The seal one is so cute.
It is so cute.
Oh my goodness. It's perfect. I believe this is supposed to be the height of like ruffles his dorsal fin.
Oh my gosh.
Because he was a big boy. So he used to be the bull of J-Pod. He's J1. That means he's like the first one of the pack to be identified. Can you go stand next to it for a scale? It's like taller than you. Brittany found the kids' corner. She's coloring.
Did you see where it says kids corner? Because I think this is the awesome corner. I'm not finished.
Can I look at it? Can I look at it? Can I look at it?
Here.
Oh, Brittany, I was second tier. I was gonna say you're some kind of hanging. How dare you insult me? All right, let's go to the really cool stuff. Whales.
What about this is not cool? Favorite kind of museum?
How can you tell if they're real bones versus a casting?
I licked it.
You licked it?
I licked it.
What? You did not.
No, do you smell it though? You can smell the ivory.
Oh, I don't think I would have known what ivory smells like. I'm gonna sniff it.
Smell it. Lick it. Did you see this skeleton?
Yeah, it creeped me out when I walked by it earlier. It's a sea lion, right?
Conjoined twins.
Ooh, I thought they were just laying on top of each other. Ew.
Look at how many hands they have.
Whale lice. There are many reasons that orcas jump or breach, that's what we theorize, and one of them is to try and remove whale lice because they can be a little itchy. So whenever we're like trying to find whales and hoping that they'll breach, I'm always like, come on, I know this ocean is itchy. So while breaching, they're trying to get rid of that lice. That's baleen teeth. So those are teeth of whales that eat like krill, not toothed whales like the orcas. Pinnipedia? Is that what the seals are called? Yes. Pinnipedia? It's so cute. Whales last sighted. Check whale hotline map for recent sightings. Limekill Lighthouse is a very popular place for the whales to journey to, since right across this area there's a lot of kelp beds where a lot of salmon is, and that's where they come to eat. So it's very, very common, and like you can just see how close you are. Like you can totally see them from standing on the shore. I've seen them once come through here. It was beautiful. What this?
So you're listening to their conversation, and at the same time you're seeing the way they're swimming, but these two are talking to each other.
This case replicates the stomach contents of a gray whale that died in 2010. It's a reminder of the importance of keeping our waters clean, which we can do by simple actions such as reducing, reusing, and recycling. Oh, so here's the hotline of all the sightings. Look, they're close. I wonder when this was. Well, aren't you precious? So, I'm hoping, I just saw that the Orca Network posted something. Military exercise alert. J-Pod may be in general area. Last sighting is from the 15th and the 14th still. November 16th, somebody heard southern residents killer whale calls. There's a high probability that they're around, man, which is exciting. And then it looks like somebody saw them in Canada. As of this morning, that is the last we know of their whereabouts. They're in Canada. Okay, gotta keep our eyes and ears out, man. Gotta be catching it. Keep on alert.
On alert!
You're just on Instagram.
Yes.
We are currently at the southern tip of San Juan Island. This is Cattle Point. So we're at the southern tip. We are checking out the first lighthouse of the day. We have 2 to see. This one is not as popular as Lime Kiln is. It's like every time I see a splash, I'm like, whale, you near, you far. Also on the lookout for seals and otters and all that good stuff. But we're gonna be doing a little hike to the Cattle Point Lighthouse. A bit of less popular than Lime Kiln is, and it actually doesn't have its top. It's kind of like an open, squatty looking, topless lighthouse. So here's Cattle Point when she had her top on. Cool. Let's go hike to her. There's a whole bunch of seals here. I believe. I know we definitely saw one. And there's also Mount Baker. Lame. We are walking up to the Afterglow Vista Mausoleum. We're in Roche Harbor, which is a really beautiful ritzy place. It's in the north side of the island. So we've gone all the way from the south to the north end. There's actually a podcast episode by Lore, Aaron Minke's Lore. It's one of his earlier episodes. I think it's episode 4. And he actually talks about the history and the, dare I say, the lore of the... Her entire body eye rolled at me.
The McMillan family mausoleum was built by John S. McMillan as a memorial for his family and for other things in which he believed. It incorporates symbols from his masonry, the Bible, and the Sigma Chi fraternity, all of which was important to him. The structure is approached by 2 sets of stairs representing the steps within the Masonic order. The stairs are on the east side of the mausoleum stand for the spiritual life of man. The winding in the path symbolizes that the future cannot be seen. The stairs were built in the sets of 3, 5, and 7. This represents the 3 stages of life, the 5 orders of architecture, the 5 senses, and the 7 liberal arts and sciences. The columns were created to be the same size as those in King Solomon's temple. The broken column represents the broken column of life, that man dies before his work is completed. The center of the mausoleum boasts a round table of limestone and concrete surrounded by 6 stone and concrete chairs. The chair bases are crypts for the ashes of the family, while the whole represents the reunion after death. The construction of the mausoleum began in 1930 and was completed in its present state by the spring of 1936 at a cost of approximately $30,000.
So this house here is being built by some millionaire from Disney. Like I said, this is normally a really big bustling area. This is, I think, where a lot of people park their yachts, and if they're on little boating trips, they'll come to this port and hang out in this really beautiful area, this wharf. But I think since it's winter time, less people are on their summer boats, and it's also like midweek, so it's pretty ghostly here, pretty desolate. But Brittany just went into the little grocery shop, so I'm gonna pop in too. Whenever I'm in a store, I now have to check the mustards, see if they have anything cool for any future mustard parties. Pretty standard stuff. Brittany bought chips and candy for us from the store. I'm excited. Now we're going into the Corman Hall. But before we do that, quick little history. So these boys right here, these tall guys, these are lime kilns. These were fired up in the production of lime. And that's about all I can tell you without reading that there sign over there. All right, we went into the store. Now it's time to read the sign and learn more about lime kilns. We're gonna be heading to Lime Kiln Lighthouse, which is just west of here. Lots of lime deposits there and other lime kilns there too. And I think that's really what made this island like prosperous during its first, I don't know, sit. Do you mind? And also share.
No!
I want to try these buffalo boys.
There you go.
Limestone was quarried and transported to the kilns where it was burned down into industrial lime, which was a major necessity in the production of steel, plaster, cement, and paper. At the time, Roche Harbor was the largest producer of lime west of the Mississippi. Production ceased in 1956.
All right, we've made it to Lime Kiln. This is our last stop of the trip. We might get dinner in Friday Harbor, but we wanted to catch sunset here, or at least I did. This is a very popular whale watching spot because of, I feel like I said it like 4 or 5 times this video, because of the seaweed beds. It attracts the salmon and it attracts the orcas. We'll be able to see Canada from here, so that'll be really fun. Brittany's just using the tinkle hose and I'm going to check the whale report one last time. Like, I'm kind of like, Diana, let's go to the ocean. What if we miss him? No, it's just that post from 4 hours ago. Let's head down to the beach. Last whale sighting on the 13th. All right, we are heading back to the car. It's gonna get pretty dark here, so, and we foolishly didn't bring our headlamp. I just gotta put one in my adventure bag like all the time. Like I have 2 or 3, so I can spare to put one in my purse or something. But as you can see, the sunset is gorgeous. No orcas today, sadly. But my God, do I just love this lighthouse. We are waiting in line for the ferry. We had dinner at a little tavern in Friday Harbor because we had a little shy of an hour before our ferry. It looks like they're just unloading the ferry right now, so we should be getting on that and heading home shortly. Do you think we'll see the night whale?
Ah! You know what I almost did for your birthday and didn't do?
What?
Found a bakery that sells grape cakes.
No, I hate grape cakes.
Fight me.
Okay.
But with our left hands.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. Let's
try to keep your thumb straight.
Begin. Your thumb just kissed me and now it's caressing me. I do not consent.
There's no rules in love war. No!
I think I just won.
I think so too.
Tap out. Tap out.
I finally see lights. You must
We close to the terminal.
There are like no cars on this ferry. Oh my god.
I'll be there for you too.
We are landing in Anacortes and we are going to be driving the hopefully less than 2 hours to get back to Seattle. Today has been a wonderful day. Sadly, no orcas. Like with the time of year, it's less likely that they'd be around, but we'll have to come again. I really could see us doing a day trip in Orcas Island, which is a neighboring one, and that has like a couple different parks and hikes and waterfalls. A little more like different type of nature-y thing, more classic nature. Those are the two main islands, is San Juan and Orcas. So Orcas Island. Everybody on the island calls it Orcas, but
Orcas!
that's how it's spelled, but they all say Orcas. Like orchid.
Sorry to yell.
Anyway, I think we're gonna listen to Dungeons and Daddies, which is a podcast that Brittany's really been liking. Brittany's really been liking. So we're gonna listen to that on our little drive home and we'll call it from there. All right, I wanna say happy travels from me to you. Thank you guys so much for watching and get home safely. Bye guys.
All of their looks are terrible.
What, who are these people?
Bronwyn. This is Orange County.
Oh.
Bronwyn, I believe in you.
What the hell kind of name is Bronwyn?
You, God, they're all bad. Let us out! He's coming. They forgot about us.
Okay. Release me.